New at 10, parents at one local school are irate tonight. They say teachers use duct tape and permanent marker to alter their kids' shoes.
A local mom who was told there was no room for her special needs child at school.
What? No way. Ladies and tacos, my name is Domino's Pizza. It's that time of year again. It's time to go back to school. We have this ongoing series on the channel. It kind of just started on its own, where I talk about and cover ridiculous things that school administration has done in various places in the country. Some of it really funny, and some of it kind of just really sad. Like schools that are just literally falling apart, like physically.
We have a control panel on the wall, but we have wires sticking everywhere that aren't connected to anything.
Can you hear that buzzing sound? Anyway, this video is covering 3 different incidents. This first one, pretty ridiculous. Well, let me just show you what it's about.
New at 10, parents at one local school are irate tonight. They say teachers use duct tape and permanent marker to alter their kids' shoes. And it's all because the shoes were not completely black. The school says it's a dress code violation. But parents tell Eyewitness News reporter Vanessa Croy the whole thing is ridiculous.
Wow, I said this was gonna be ridiculous. And yeah, word for word, that's how this is being reported. It's ridiculous. We are destroying children's clothing in the name of school policy? Well, that's fun.
This is the 3rd year my kids have attended this school, and I just feel like they just going a little overboard.
Overboard over shoes.
Dude, if like I was a parent with a child coming home and they had like duct tape and marker etched all over their shoes, I'd be like, who bullied you? Oh, don't worry, just the school.
I feel like they're degrading the children.
Parents at the Idea Harvey E. Nasham campus said they sent their kids to school this week, only to have them come home with duct tape or permanent marker covering parts of their shoes.
So they said, well, if we can't tape them up, then your kid needs to go home.
The only options, go home or get singled out in front of your peers on the first week of school.
Dude, he's literally markering up the shoe. Gee, let's do some math. So for every child shoe you must ruin, that probably takes 10 to 15 minutes of somebody's time. There's some expensive supplies like black duct tape and markers. They're gonna be going through a lot of markers. Using markers for this, those markers are gonna dry up quickly. You're gonna be going through very many of them. So you add up all those expenses, the time. I mean, could you not have just supplied some of the children with black shoes? This just kind of seems mean.
Some of these kids in this community, it's already hard for people to buy school supplies and uniform for their kids.
This parent, who asked us not to show her face, said her daughter was pulled out of class for not wearing the right colored socks.
She's in 7th grade, never had an issue ever, and just over some socks. So I was like, no, it doesn't make no sense.
You can't even, I'm assuming this is the kid stepping into frame. You can't even see their socks. You can't even see them. Who is on a power trip at this place? Who's doing a sock check?
When we clicked on the uniform guide for Idea San Antonio schools, it says black shoes with black laces if applicable.
Ah, yes. A school system run by children that look like they want to sell me Sears appliances. Seems like a pretty fun place.
A confusing message for these parents who say the school has gone too far, punishing kids for a small detail on their shoes.
It feels good to have a great school on this side of town, and for them to implement the rules the way they are, the way they're going about it is the wrong way.
And let's think about this like literally for a second, okay? So you want all the students to wear black shoes, like completely nice looking black shoes, right? So you duct tape their shoes, you mark them up with marker. Now you've got a kid wearing what looks to be like shoes found out of a trash, and this is more pleasing to the eye, apparently? How is this better?
Some of those parents told me today they are so upset by what happened to their kids, they're going to withdraw them and enroll them into another school.
F that school! Whoa. Apologize for the language. Today's video is sponsored by Fume, the revolutionary device transforming the way you conquer bad habits. Fume takes a bold approach, replacing harmful chemicals with pure, natural flavors and flavored air. No vapor, no toxins, just a clean, satisfying experience. With its adjustable airflow and tactile, fidget-friendly design, Fume turns breaking bad habits into an engaging and even enjoyable journey. Plus, the sleek base stand lets you rest and interact with your device, bringing an added layer of calm and focus to the process. If you're serious about breaking free from old habits, Fume might be the game changer you've been searching for. Over 300,000 people have already discovered its benefits. Will you be the next? Take the leap and join the Fume community. Visit tryfume.com/Chadtronic or scan the QR code. And don't forget to use code Chadtronic to claim your free Fume topper when you grab the Journey Pack today. And now, back to the video. This next one, I don't really know what it's about, but some kind of a system set up by the school that parents don't like. Let's check it out.
The first 3 days of school have been what parents describe as a confusing mess at an East Dallas elementary. A new system to pick kids up has made parents hot, and we are not just talking tempers. Fox 4's Natalie Solis live at William Lipscomb Elementary.
Well, Clarice, the parents we talked to are furious over this new system implemented by a new principal here at William Lipscomb Elementary.
Ridiculous rules and policies always follow a new principal. Why is that? Why is it always that way? No new principal can just be chill.
Now, before, teachers would escort the kids outside and parents would pick them up. Now parents have to line up single file at 3 different doors depending on the grade, as each child is called one by one until all 530 kids are released.
Wait, what? Did I hear that right? So there's 3 exits. There's like over 500 kids, and they only let 1 kid out of the building at a time? There's no way. There's no way.
It's hot. It's hot. This is not the right way.
Hot, sweaty, and irritated parents at William Lipscomb Elementary School.
It's 100 and something degrees. You got older people, pregnant people.
It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy.
This was Monday, day 1. Now day 3 of lining up with little to no shade. Parents like Gustavo Sierra have had enough.
What? This would be like, wouldn't it take like an hour or something to get your kid? What? No way.
As long as all the parents help out and we do our part and the teachers do their part and the administrative do their part, I think we can do this a lot smoother than what it really is right now.
I've been here for 40 minutes.
40 minutes? Dude, are you kidding me? The last thing an adult wants to do at a 9-to-5 job, however long, take another hour of their day to just stand outside to wait for the school to release their child. This is insane.
Thinking about like inclement weather, rainy days and snow. And I have a baby with me too.
The district says each principal determines the best method for student arrival and release.
It's like the launch of the PS5, but every single day. And over 100-degree heat. What do your schools do? There's no way. I've never heard of a school do this. And all the schools that I ever went to growing up, it's just, school's over, kids leave, they exit the building, they go find their parent, likely waiting to pick them up, or they take the school bus or something. Like, what is this?
This year at Lipscomb, parents line up and wait instead of teachers escorting kids out. The district says the change out of concern for security and child safety. Parents with kids in different grades stand in multiple lines. Michelle Baker is a mom of 7 with 4 kids at the school.
The very first day I waited an hour. And that was to pick up different children in different grade levels.
We even saw tears when one girl was separated from her grandfather who had to change lines to pick up a child in another grade.
I cried on my first day.
Sierra's pre-K daughter, Gianna, had a rough time the first day thinking her dad forgot about her. He was in line waiting and waiting. Sierra even took time off for his daughter's first week of school.
This is some principal with a power trip that just wants to create crowds to feel important. This is crazy. I don't think the parents in these interviews are upset enough, honestly, and I don't think I've ever said that. thinking about what this is like from the kids' perspective, this is just awful. School is finally over, and now you have to wait another hour just to leave.
What happens next week when I have my 30-minute lunch break and I have to wait here for 45 minutes, and now every day I have to go tell my boss man, hey, I'm gonna take a little extra 15 minutes off this week because that's gonna affect my job, that's gonna affect my pay.
Well, the district says there was no specific security concern that led to the change. Parents can sign a release that would allow their child to be let out on their own, but parents with younger kids say that is simply not an option for them. What they want is for the school to return to the old system where the teachers escorted the kids out.
All right, one last clip for you. Best for last. School says there's not enough room for this mother's 6-year-old.
Tonight, the Fox Files is getting results for a local mom who was told there was no room for her special needs child at school. So she says her 6-year-old has had to stay home while watching other children go to school since last week. She called Fox Files investigator Chris Hayes, who was able to make a difference.
So, hold on. School says there's no room for the child. There's no room. You know, something that takes up as much space as like this in like, I don't know, 20,000, 30,000 square foot building or something. However big schools are, I don't know. And because there's no room, kid just doesn't go to school. So I assume they're like homeschooled or something, but what?
Bianca Williams' 6-year-old son was turned away from school last Monday.
He kind of like broke down. He was like, Mom, I want to go to school.
It does not sound possible, but check out the text from one of the teachers after being denied the 4th consecutive day. It says, quote, "The rooms are full and we have to meet with our director to find out what is going to happen. We have run out of space."
This seems like something that this family should have like known in advance. Not like you just show up to the first day of school and they're like, all you other kids, there's no more room. Like, can't they figure out how many kids they can have and like plan in advance who's coming to the school, going to what class when? They just turned him away like a restaurant. What?
They did offer us like a homebound services, but that will only equal 1 hour per day miss. So it's like for last week, he only got 5 hours of homebound.
Williams' son has special needs and an IEP, individualized education plan.
They need education too. So like, what is the holdup?
Williams lives in the Ferguson-Florissant School District, but in St. Louis County, students with special needs go through what's called Special School District, also called SSD.
It's a confusing process, and there's thousands of employees, and compliance is a continuing issue when you have an organization of that size.
I'm sorry, what? Finding out and knowing in advance how many children you can have in the building should not be a complex matter to plan in advance. Aren't there like laws and regulations that lets a school know how many kids it can have inside? Was there just like a guy standing like a bouncer eyeballing the space within the building and what?
Literally every day, I would wake up, I would go down to the administration building. I honestly call you guys because I'm like, this is weird. It's something is not right.
I called the special school district late Monday afternoon, and a representative responded immediately, agreeing Williams' son should not be denied services.
What's that? You don't have enough room at the school for my kid? Well, that's okay. I don't think I have enough in my bank account to pay my taxes either, so I guess it all works out.
The district declined to discuss this on camera, but solved this issue within 1 hour.
Literally, when I contacted you guys, I have like the timestamps in my phone. I think it was like 32 minutes later when I got that call, and she told me you can start.
It should serve as inspiration to other parents in her community and around the St. Louis area.
So the school heard from the news station and they accepted the kid in 30 minutes. Wow. What did they have to do? Did they build on an addition to the school? Man, that was real quick. All right, that's it. Subscribe for more school slip-ups.